So to go back, we'll now take a look at tip number 9. So we talked about when to use a starting shape with tip number 8, but there's also very advanced things that you can do within a starting shape to get you further along. So there's two main advanced tricks that you can use with a starting shape. So one would be to use what we call a seeded starting shape to create a more organic outcome. And I'll show a little bit about what that means. And the second one would be to actually pre-bake a generative outcome, so one that you've already exported from generative design as a starting shape to use for further refinement. So let's show that seeded starting shape first. So I'll go back to the solve that I had already set up before prior to actually making that protrusion there. And as we show the starting shape, what I've actually done here is that I've created the original geometry that we had, and then I went through and I created a pattern of essentially spheres, or primitive spheres in this case, to then subtract away from that geometry. And what this allows us to do when we go to the Explore environment later on is it gives generative design more surface area to solve with, providing you not just a solution quicker, but also a more organic and complicated solution. Now, that may be a good or a bad thing. If you're trying to make things to produce with traditional manufacturing, I wouldn't really recommend that. Um, if you're trying for the most complicated organic look to your component, maybe you're working with something like additive, this is a really good tool to provide it a way to start generating something complex very quickly. Now, the second one that we talked about would be pre-baking. So pre-baking is the idea that we've taken a generative solve and we've taken that generative output and we're going to use that as a starting shape for another generative solve. Then you're probably thinking, why would I do that if I've already generated the output? Well, pre-baking allows you to further refine something that's already been generated. So let's say you solved one to a factor of safety of 2, but then you realize you'd really like to go to a factor of safety of 1.5. By bringing in that exported CAD geometry, it allows you a starting point to further refine what's already been generated.